Hey, what's up, you guys? Nem here. So I haven't made a video in the last couple of days. Been kind of busy. Plus, my phone broke. Apparently, Samsung lied to me and said that, well, at least on their product page for the Samsung Note 20 Ultra 5G, God, that's a mouthful, that it's waterproof for up to 5 feet for about 30 to 45 minutes. And my phone dropped in the water once, and now it's not like 100% broken. I just like everything works except the my back camera doesn't work anymore. It's like all foggy because of the water, and the touch screen doesn't work. I can only use the stylus. I'm getting a new phone. It'll be here in a couple of days, and I'll be making my vlog videos again. So yeah, that kind of sucks. Um, and then I want to give a shout out to pretty much the only AMC YouTuber that watches me besides the apefather. Apparently, I'm highly disregarded as unlikable in the AMC community, except for Tendy Time. He likes me, so I want to give a shout out to him or a Big Country. You know, he's an awesome guy. Go check him out. Don't know what I do wrong, why people don't like me in the community, but that's cool. I'm used to people not liking me. That's why I've given myself the moniker of Nemesis, because apparently I'm everyone's enemy. Anyway, that's enough self-deprecation. So what I want to do is this is different. I've never done a TA video really before. I don't know if you would even call this a TA video, but basically what I want to do is give some recommendations of what you can do with your money after the MOASS, how you can reinvest in the stock market if you even trust the stock market. I don't blame you if you cash out. If millions of you guys cash out once the MOASS and you never return to the stock market, I honestly don't blame you. This whole fucking system is rigged and is a bunch of bullshit. But I'm gonna take the chance to at least go back in, not with riskier bets, not with riskier stocks. Blue chip stocks are good choice. ETFs, index funds, those kind of things are all good. REITs are really good too if you want to reinvest in property management stocks and stuff like that, or property itself. There's tons of ways you can reinvest in the stock market that is very low risk. Now I know we're in times of war, everything is risky at this point, but I do think things will bounce back. We'll be back in recovery mode. Don't know how long it'll take, but even so, with all the shit that's going down, these are still pretty safe bets. And again, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, blah, blah, blah. This is just what I'm going to be doing. And I think it's pretty safe and sound. So, yeah. Please bear with me. I'm not used to doing stuff like this, but I'm giving it a go. So anyway, so what I'm going to be doing, and you guys have probably heard of this before, is these is dividends, basically. These are payouts per month from Global X. Now, Global X, they have like 30, 40 different types of stocks that you can invest in that have high dividend yields. Basically, what a dividend is, in case you guys don't know, and maybe some people don't know, is you get paid out for holding a stock for a certain amount of time, in a nutshell. So some of them are annually, some of them are quarterly. I'm not sure if there's some that are like every 6 months, but I'm looking for income, so I'm going to be doing a month-to-month investment into dividends. So that's basically what dividends are, and these are Global X stocks with high dividend yield. So high dividend yield is a percentage of what you get paid for holding these stocks. QYLD is probably the most well-known, and some people hate it, some people love it, but you can't deny the fact that even on their page, they've been around for 8 years since... well, it says here inception date 2000. If you look here, December 11th. It's not showing up on the. I'm using OBS, which I had to update OBS like crazy because I haven't used it in so long. Inception date was December of 2013, December 11th. So they've been around 8 years and they've been pretty steady. It has been going down slightly over time, but it's nothing you really need to worry about. And what they do, it's a high income potential ETF. Now, I just want to, before I begin, I want to preface that this is for income purposes only. This is if you want to retire. It's more geared for like older people that have like large sums of money. But since we're gonna have the MOASS, hopefully, and we will be getting large sums of money. This would be very comparison to people who want to retire that have like a 401k and stuff like that already have large sums of money. Don't buy, in my own personal opinion, don't buy fucking Lambos. Don't be stupid with your money. I watched some YouTubers on that invest in GameStop. There's some, by the way, this is a side tangent, but if you're gonna be like interviewed by MSNBC or CNBC, like just use your real name. You don't have to give your full name. Don't use usernames like so fucking stupid. I watched this YouTube video of this guy's like, I don't know, he had a really dumb username like Action Pistol 43 or something like that. And he made like $1 million in cover calls or in calls, and yeah, he has like barely $50,000 left. And when was the run up for GameStop? Like it wasn't even that long ago. So he blew all his money. He bought a house. I mean that's good, but he like bought like 3 cars and is stupid. Anyway, I digress. So yeah, QYLD. So what is QYLD? So QYLD, or in fact, all of them. I'm going to be investing in QYLD, XYLD, and RYLD. I'll start with QYLD. It's the NASDAQ 100 covered call ETF. What they do is they create covered calls similar to a market maker, and then the people who bet on these calls, if it lands in the money, they collect a premium, or so that's basically what they do. So the premium, instead of, so like let's say how like AMC and like regular stocks, we can buy calls and puts ourselves. These guys do it for you. So yeah, they do it for you. They collect the premium, and then they pay it out to their investors. So that's a nice thing. Is if you ever got interested in the options market and you don't want to do it yourself, you kind of want to just do like autopilot, or if you're just kind of like, I want to say inept, but you just don't feel comfortable doing stuff like that, these guys do it for you. Now there's pros and cons to the whole thing. Obviously, they will sell their premium. They will close their calls, their covered calls, whenever they feel it's necessary to get the most maximum income, distributed amongst all their investors. You may want to you would definitely get more money, and if you're smart enough, doing this yourself individually. And you can absolutely do ETFs or just stocks in general that have high dividend paying yields. I don't think anything as high as QYLD, but you can definitely, if you do everything manually, you probably will make a lot more money. But that's kind of like a daily job. You just have to like monitor. You kind of have to be like a day trader, everything, do it yourself. I don't want to do that. I'm not smart enough. I mean, over time, I might be able to do it, but I just want to live my life, have a large sum of money after the MOASS. I just want to throw it in here and let my money make money. That's basically it. And I am not someone who is going to require huge amounts of money to be happy. I can live within my means. I'm hoping to at least make like by putting a large sum of money into these covered call ETFs, about $4,000 to $5,000 a month, and I could live, to me, like a king. I know to some people, that's probably chump change, but my previous job, I was getting about $3,000 to $4,000 a month, and I could buy whatever I wanted. Yes, I didn't have like a Lambo or anything else like that, but I never had to worry about, I could go to fancy restaurants, I could travel. That's the important thing, is traveling. I want to travel again. I went to Japan a couple times. I went not across America. I went to Colorado, Seattle, all kinds of places. I bought games and stuff like that, and I still had money left over. Maybe because I don't really like gamble or anything else like that. I do kind of save my money. AMC is probably the biggest thing I've ever gambled on. Anyway, so yeah, so for me, $4,000 to $5,000 a month. That's a good. That'd be good income for me. Now, if you're looking to double your money as fast as possible, this probably isn't the way to do it. If you already have a job and you're already making, $40,000 to $60,000 a year or something like that, before after taxes, your net worth or your net income, this probably isn't for you. If you don't need the income, I'd recommend looking elsewhere. Maybe invest in Tesla, blue chip stocks. Amazon just did a 20-to-1 split, so maybe get into that. Again, nobody knows what's going to happen with all these stocks because of the war, but I would definitely say oil's going to go up, so invest in that and energy stocks. So anyway, let's break down QYLD, and this is going to be a long video. If anyone watches my videos, you know that I kind of go off on tangents and stuff like that, but I don't really get straight to the point. I'm like a turtle. Anyway, so the inception date again was the 2013. Their net assets $6.5 billion. They exchange on the NASDAQ. This other stuff's not really that important. Okay, so distribution. This is actually wrong. I'll show you in a second. 12.3% distribution rate, and that's what they pay per month. So, you holding stock, they again, this is wrong, but on their website it's 12% just for holding the stock. Let's see what else I got here. Okay, so this is what I want to show you is top holdings. So an ETF or index fund is, and again, I'm explaining this in case people don't know. Instead of you owning one stock, now you can create your own index. You can own whatever you want in your portfolio. But what's nice about an ETF is it's kind of like going to Costco, and when you buy bundles, you buy, instead of just one thing here and there, you get like a whole bunch of stuff in an Easter basket. I like to think of it as like an Easter basket. So just by you investing one stock into QYLD, you get a fraction of these stocks. You have Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Tesla, Alphabet, I don't know who the fuck these guys are, CLA, CLC, NVIDIA, Meta Platforms, Broadcom, and Costco. Hey, I mentioned Costco. I swear to God, I didn't look. I just randomly mentioned Costco. Okay, so you own like a fraction of these. Well, there's a lot. So these are the top 100 holdings that they create covered calls for. Again, you collect the premium when they sell these calls, and that is distributed as dividends to your portfolio once a month. I believe you have to be owning the stock on the 22nd of every month, and then the following month you get paid on the 23rd. At any point, if you sell your shares, you don't get the dividends. One nice thing I've heard too, and I haven't really invested. I have about 100 shares in each of these, which accumulates to maybe like $70-$80 a month or so. But I heard every year they give out like an annual bonus, like a double dividend or something like that, which is nice. Okay, so that is QYLD. I'm going to show you something real quick with their history. And this whole thing, like, what are you getting at here? I'll show you basically how much money you'll make, but I just want to show you the history of the company and what they do. So the NASDAQ QYL, or the Global X NASDAQ covered call ETF, they've been around since 2013. Now, if you look here, if you guys can see that, okay, so they opened $25 when they first started, and they've been kind of going up and down, up and down, up and down. One thing you notice, though, is they never really drop below $20. There's been one time, and this is when the pandemic happened, but that's because all the stocks. Now, again, this represents the 100 NASDAQ companies, so if all the stocks are down, they're going to be down as well. So unless there's like a complete shitstorm that all the companies in the NASDAQ 100 like go bankrupt or just fucking fail, it's hard to see this really failing. I think this is a pretty safe bet. So I think I'm down a little bit here, but times of war, so this will definitely go back up. All right, so this is off Google's website. Now the dividend yield is actually at 14%. I don't know how I can show it to you. It's on Webull, but well, it'll actually show in the next web page. I'm showing you now. All right, so they've been around for 8 years, and they've been pretty steady. You know, up and down, peaks and valleys, peaks and valleys. But yeah, so I would say, again, not financial advice, but I wouldn't fear investing some money into them. I don't think they're going anywhere anytime soon, unless, you know, there's another ETF or covered call ETF that offers more money, you know, more income, a higher percentage than what they're offering now. But I wouldn't worry so much. All right. So the next one here is XYLD. Again, 8 years they've been around. They have actually they've been around a little bit longer, since June of that year, 2013. 1.16 billion. I'm not going to show you all this stuff. Their dividend yield is around 12% as well, 11.97%. And then again, this is their tops holding: Apple, Microsoft, Chevron. So what these are is the S&P 500. So this is actually a bigger bundle, a bigger amount of shares in all these companies. You have a big one, Johnson & Johnson. So again, instead of you buying individual stocks of these guys, which you still can, and you can still probably make more money, again, manually doing everything yourself, calculating all the dividends, payouts, doing it monthly, quarterly, whatever, you know, what have you. But if you want to be a lazy bastard like I am, and you want to live life, travel, and just get income, this is the best way, in my opinion. And then lastly, so we'll look at the RYLD global. Okay, so looking at the wrong one here, max chart. Woo, that's a big dip. First time I saw this. So they started at $25, again around the same time as QYLD, and then they dropped to, let's see here, 16. So that was during the pandemic, the start of the pandemic. But they've been rising. But you see here, you know, the last 2 years, they've just been going up. Slight dip because of the war. But yeah, it's a pretty safe bet as well. And then lastly, we'll look at the Russell. So we looked at XYLD. Okay, last one's RYLD. So this is the Russell 2000 covered calls. Now this is 2,000 shares, or sorry, 2,000 companies in their index for their covered call ETFs. They're actually where they've been around a lot longer. Okay, so they've been around 13 years. Is that right? Or almost 13 years. April 2019. Oh my God, I'm retarded. I thought that said 09. My bad. They've been around almost 3 years. So this is actually the newest one, is RYLD. Okay, I'm sorry. I thought that was a 0. My bad. So yeah, almost 3 years. Over $1 billion. Their monthly dividend yield is 13.50, or sorry, 11.75%. So roughly 12%. But again, these are all wrong. I guess they don't update their website. You know, I can understand that they don't because, you know, dividend yield, just like share value in a stock, it goes up and down, up and down, up and down. So I don't expect them to be constantly updating this. But yeah, if you look here, it says, you know, their market price percentage and then their index percentage, you know, how much you get from all these stocks and stuff like that, and their history. They don't have a list of all their companies. That's interesting. Anyway, so basically they cover all the companies in the Russell brand 2000s, all the companies there. And then let's look at their history. Oh my God, I showed you RYLD instead of XYLD. Okay, flip it around. What I showed you second was RYLD in their history. My bad again. I'm new to this whole TA bullshit thing. So this is okay. So this is XYLD's Global X S&P 500. So what I showed you is the Russell 2000. This is the 500 calls, and again, pretty steady. This one's more expensive, by the way. It's $47 per share, and it's been roughly between 40 to 50 range per share. You know, on a good day, it'd be the highest is about $50. Wow, we're up 16% yesterday. That's pretty good. All right, so yeah, that's them. And then, okay, so why am I telling all this, and why have you been watching this video for 20 minutes? So now, if you want to YOLO your money, by all means, you want to go for 10,000, 100,000, 50,000, 10,000 per share, whatever. I've been in this play since February of last year, about a month. I was literally on the app when they took away the buy button, and I saw AMC go up. I was pissed the fuck off. I couldn't get into the stock, but I saw that as a sign, like maybe there's something to this. So I waited, and I got in like right after they removed the buy button. The very next day I bought shares. I think I got in at like $9 a share or so. But anyway, at that time, when I believed the hype, Lou, all these other, Matt Kors, the fucking, anyways, all these YouTubers and stuff like that said it could easily go to like, $1 million to Pluto and stuff like that. And it could still, we don't know. We don't fucking, nobody knows. And all the people that say they do know, they're full of shit, in my opinion. Don't listen to them. Do you, you are in charge of your future, excuse me, your financial future. You sell when you feel comfortable with the amount of money that you get and just walk away. I don't look back. I might have a couple shares, maybe like, I might keep like 10 shares just to see how far it goes, but I know where I'm selling at, what my bracket is. I'm not going to say how many shares I have or what that price will be. I can tell you that it's not in the tens of thousands, not even 1,000. I'll say it's somewhere between, you may call me a paper-handed bitch or whatever, but it's somewhere between 200 to 500. And that's for me. That's for me. I could, doing the analysis of this covered call, and if this doesn't work out, I buried myself in my own grave, but I feel very confident. I watched a lot of videos on this, and I've read a lot of Reddit forums and stuff like that, and for the last 8 years this is pretty sound, in my opinion. And I think this is a great way where I could double, triple my money in the next couple of years if I'm, if I don't go crazy and spend all my money. If I live how I'm living now and live within my means, this is a pretty good way to reinvest your money. And that's even if you sell low. If you have a couple thousand shares and you sell at a couple $100, if you can get to $500,000. Again, I don't know what your lifestyle is like. I don't know if it costs you $5,000 a month to live. If you are, I suggest moving, because whatever state that you have to pay $5,000 just to live is fucked up, in my opinion. Unless you have a big family, which is understandable. If you're single, or even if you're a couple and you're paying $5,000 a month just to survive, I'm not judging your lifestyle. I just think to me that's ridiculous. I personally, despite my weight, I don't eat that much. I just have a really shitty metabolism. I don't go out much to eat. Occasionally I buy video games every now and then. I do have roommates, so, but I can live within my means for, if we're not including, if we're just including overall expensive, like $1,000, $1,000 or so. That might change over time, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, I'm digressing. I'm sorry. Sorry, I got sidetracked again. So, this website, Dividend Calculator, easy and powerful. I like this website. What it does is it will take any stock that you have, if they have a dividend, and they will compile it and tell you, how much you will make over time with that dividend, if it's a monthly, quarterly, annually, whatever. And it also shows you future growth. And then also if you use drip, basically what drip is if you do not use any of that money as a dividend. Let's say you have a full-time job. You don't need the money. You have income. You have monthly income. And you just want to reinvest your money into ETFs or index funds. that pay a good dividend. If you don't use any of that money, you're going to get a higher percentage increase in your overall portfolio for that dividend. So let's say you don't. Let's say you get $1,000 a month. You don't use any of that money. You let it roll over, and you buy more shares. And obviously, that's compounding interest. So your dividend yield's going to go higher. Your income's going to go higher. Your overall wealth, portfolio growth will go higher. Blah blah blah. It's kind of common sense. It's basic math. So that's what drip is. There's also, you can use I want to call it half drip. You could take a little bit off the top. Let's say you have $2,000 a month and you just need $1,000 to live, to pay your rent, utilities, food, blah, 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 gas. Oh my God. Gas in Hawaii is over $5, by the way. $5.50. It's fucking ridiculous. It's insane. And anyway, you could, this option here allows you to invest half of that. You do 50%, put $1,000 towards these stocks, compounding interest. It'll build up over time. So let's do for me an example. And again, this is just for my means. And if you want, you can go to this website and do calculations yourself. But let's do what I'm gonna do. So QYLD, we're going to add that. RYLD. Now, this website's free to use, by the way. You can, if you register, it'll allow you to, I think, do up to 3 stocks compiled together. It'll add 3 of them and all the dividends, blah, blah, blah. If you pay for their upgrade, you have unlimited options and stuff like that. You could do default growth 5%. So 5% is if you were to take if you were only to allow 5% of your dividends to be reinvested. They do different currencies, investment calculation length. This one you can actually, I found a way you can cheat. You don't have to pay for the premium. You just do every 3 years. You just, take a snapshot, say, okay, 3 years I have this much money, this much shares, then reload the website and then just put that as your base and then add another 3 years to it. And you don't have to buy the premium to get a further investment calculation. You could do it manually. So like I said before, on their website it's wrong. Now, again, this is a good reason why to get into these stocks now, or hopefully we MOASS soon and we have actual fucking money or large sums of money to reinvest, because dividend yield's been going up for these shares. Now, I think it's 20. For every share you have whatever 14% is of the actual share itself, but it usually fluctuates between, QYLD is between 18 0.18, so 18 cents to 24 cents, 18 to 24 cents or so, and it's been that way for 8 years. RYLD, you take the dividend yield percentage and then you calculate that by 23.05. So let's just do a quick math here. So I'll do 23.05. Oop, forgot the decimal. 0.05 times 0.1306. Okay, probably did that wrong. Anyway, well, we'll take out the decimal. It's about 30 cents or so. Yeah. Anyway, so, and then the XYLD is 9% or 9.72. We'll just round it up, 10% distribution, 10% dividend yield for their stock at $47.19. So, for me, I need to get to 5,000 shares per company. To live comfortably. And we're gonna do several different examples here, but I just want to show you how much it's gonna cost you. So if we were to combine, this website's so cool. If we were to combine all these stocks together, it gives you the average dividend yield per month that you would be paid, 11.62. We could just round it to 12%. It's roughly 12%. Investment return, this is 12.49. So investment return is what you'll, because again, compounding interest. At the end of your 12 months, you'd be looking at 12.49% And then this tells you how much money that you'll actually make from your investment, your initial investment, $58,000 or $58,000.19 for the next 12 months. Target dividend income. This will tell you how much dividend income you should be expecting per year in the year 2025. And this is your total that you'll be getting within a 3-year period. $269,704 for 3. So 36 months, you should be expecting this amount of dividends to be paid. And this isn't even including drip or increasing more from the from your dividends. If you were to take half your dividends and reinvest, so that's pretty good. This is just compounding interest that you get for holding the stock. Roughly 1/4 of $1,000,000, and this is what it'll cost you. $448,657 at this time. Now, of course, that can change over time. Absolutely. But if you were to have, where's the calculator again? Say if you held 1,000 shares, and I guess what you would need the stock to go to 500. If you could hold out, if you had just 1,000 shares, and if the MOASS only goes up to $500, and I'm just thinking, logically here, I'm just thinking if you're being conservative, that's what I'm looking for. If you're being conservative in your investment with AMC, and you just wanted to go and you expect to go to 500, you would just need it to go. Not even that. If we're just going on, based off of today's value of these stocks, you would just need 450 times, 450 times 1,000, $450,000, and that's being conservative. If you own 2,000 shares, you would only need it to go to, 225? Yeah, 225. And I'll show you, you don't need the MOASS to go to thousands upon thousands of dollars to live comfortably. If you want to have billion-dollar fucking homes, then obviously you're going to want it to go to $1,000, $5,000. If you just want to be the average Joe like me, you just want to have a nice, comfortable house, live within your means, 2-3 bedroom house. Even you still got a nice house. Like I said, in Hawaii, I don't know how it is in the other parts of the country, but a pretty decent home, like 2 to 3 bedroom. Where I live is anywhere between 200 to 400,000, and those are like newly built homes. They're outside the city, about 20 minutes outside the town I live in. Excuse me, burping. But they're pretty decent homes, and some of them even have pools and other features and stuff like that. But if you want to blow all your money on Lambos and Teslas, or not Teslas, sorry, Lambos, Ferraris, by all means. Anyway, so that's the predicted growth. That's how much it's going to cost you initially to start this investment. So this tells you as the date. So I recorded this March 12th to the end of the year, what you're going to be expecting your dividend income before tax. I'll get into taxes in another video if you guys like this. I'm not going to do a whole video on the taxes unless you guys want more of this type of stuff, because that's going to take me like an hour to explain. The best, in a nutshell, best thing to do is whatever income you're going to be getting, because this is going to be considered income tax, short capital gains tax, unless you actually, I don't believe you get taxed by as a short capital gains unless you actually take the money and put it into a bank. If you do drip or if you reinvest the money from the dividends, you don't get charged for that. But it is considered income tax, so it's going to be like your regular income tax, like you'd be working, like as if you were working at a job. So just figure out what your tax bracket is, do the math and stuff like that, and then that's what you'll have to pay every year. So 2023, it's going to tell you your growth. Again, this is if you were just to put, boom, $500,000, never touched it, 450,000, boom, you just put it in there. Took every single cent from the dividends that you got, all the money from the dividends, you never reinvested into it, and you just lived off of dividends every month, and you spent every penny, which I imagine that's what most people won't do if they want to do this. But this is basically what it's telling you what you should be expecting. So 2023. Well, sorry, let me go back a little bit. So for the rest of the year, if you were to put 450,000 right now, the following month you should be expecting. We'll just round it up. 48,000. And then there's 9 months left. So 9. $5,333. Fucking semi truck. I don't know if you guys heard that. Sorry. $5,033. $5,333 per month. Yeah, that's what you should be expecting on average. I'd just say somewhere between 5,000 to 5,500 is what you'd be getting on a monthly basis. That's money in your pocket. Boom, income just for investing in these 3 companies and getting a dividend. The next year, 64,600. It'll be a whole new year, so we'll do by 12 months in a year. You'd be expecting $5,383 per month. And it tells you what the yield on cost is going to be, or the expected projected growth is 14%. So it, over time it'll go up, compounding interest, right? By 2024, your income or your dividend income should be roughly $73,545. Divide that by 12. You see, big number there, yeah? Big jump. $6,128. That's what you get per month off dividends. Now, if you can't live off of that per month, you're living a luxurious lifestyle. I don't know what you're doing. If you're buying blow, hookers every night, whatever. I could live very comfortably off of that, and even half of that. Unless you got like 10 kids at home. And then by year 4, again, this only does 3 years for the tickers. So by the 3rd year, $83,739. Divide that by 12, $6,978 per month in dividends. So that sounds pretty good, right? It gets better. So again, that's if you were just to take all the money out, you want to spend within 3 years, you're spending almost $7,000 a month on whatever, and you never want to reinvest. But if you want to be smart, get to that million, double, triple your money. Let's be a little less conservative. So again, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take your initial investment. So again, that was 47. We'll just round it to 48,000. That's what you get. What you do it right now. Dividends that you get, 48,000, and then we divide that by 9 because there's 9 months left in the year. $5,333. Tongue twister. I can never say numbers that are like lined up in threes. 3. Okay, so if we did additional income, let's say, again, for me, I can live off $1,000 a month. So we'll take $1,000 off that income. You're left $4,333 left to reinvest. So we'll do 4,333. Calculate that. And then it's going to change. So it's going to say your dividend yield is, again, around 12%. That doesn't change no matter how much money you put in. But your investment return has increased to 21.61%. This is what you expected return of your overall income. We'll just say 22% per year. If you were to put $4,333, but that's going to go up over time because compounding interest, you're going to be getting more money, and then you can change that every year. You could put 4,000, 5,000, 6,000. It's just going to keep rolling. Like Fred Durst would say. So annual dividend income that you'd be getting for the next 12 months would be $61,000. Targeted income by the 3rd year is $115,000. That is how much you would get per year in 3 years' time, just for initially investing $500,000. Again, this is just $450,000. That's just That's all you need the MOASS to get to, is just that. And then you just, whatever dividend interest you get per month, you just reinvest in. It's not actually your money. It's the money you got just for investing. So you don't need to look somewhere else to get more money. All you need is that base 450,000, and then you're good to go. You're making a 6-figure income by the 3rd year. If you were to tell me that if I could get a job and by the 3rd year I'd be making 6 figures, I would take that job. And that job is no job here. That job is you sitting on your ass, traveling, playing video games. You're just getting this money. Isn't it? It's glorious. And personally, to me, someone who worked in sales before, I always appreciate, I don't know, I always like getting like money on a constant basis than a large sum. Like if someone were, I'd appreciate money more if, well, first of all, you appreciate money more when you earn it. You know, that's the old saying, and that is true. But I rather have like, oh, hey, you're gonna get 100,000 every month, and then you're gonna build that up, and then be like, oh, I can do this with the money, blah blah blah, I can make it grow, blah blah. And then someone to make it easy and be like, here's boom, $5 million. That's just me. Of course, I would love getting $5 million. I mean, who the fuck would love? I'd probably have a fucking heart attack, but I would appreciate it more doing it this way. And then dividends total that you'd be getting over the whole 3 years would be $333,000. God, can we get away from these threes? $235. This tells you your predicted growth per year by investing just at $4,333. So this is your overall portfolio. It'd go up to $487,000. Then the second year, $539,000, $591,000, $643,000 by the 3rd year. And then we'll break this down. So this tells you, so we had 5,000 shares, right? So if you do 4,000, blah, blah. Now, again, that might change because the share price, but it's expected. Again, they don't fluctuate too much, you guys. 8 years time, they've made, they change a couple dollars, you know. It's not that big a deal. But yeah, so your first year, or the rest of the year, you'll be getting an extra 435 shares, so that increased it to 5,435 shares total, and your dividend income would be 49,936. 9 months left in the year, so it doesn't increase much, 5,548, but you just got started, right? So was that only an extra $200 or so that you'd get extra per month? But if you think about it, the more money you get, the more you could put into it, the more it's a snowball effect. And then dividend for 223, you'd be getting 6,000 shares. Your dividend income would be 74,000. I'm not going to do every single one. You guys kind of get the idea. 2024. I'm just going to show you the last one. You have 6,000. This is just free shares. These are all free shares. You don't have to put extra of your own money. This is just putting some of that dividend income back into the stock, and you get free shares. By the 3rd year, you have 7,173 shares. So we'll go and do that. 115,783. Annual income 115,783. Divide that by 12. You would get, on a monthly basis, income $9,648 just for back in 2022, this year, just for putting $4,333 by the 3rd year. It's more than double your income, $9,648. If we take that and divide that by 2, 4,800. Okay, so a little bit more than you may have to invest $4,824. But either way, you've doubled your money. You've doubled your monthly income that you would get, roughly $10,000 within the 3-year time. Isn't that amazing? Now, if you want to be conservative and you want to live off of ramen noodles, you live in a cardboard box under the sea. I'll show you one more thing. Let's do full drip. So full drip is you don't take any of that money. You don't take any of it. And you let every single penny that you get from the dividends of that original $450,000 and reinvest it into these stocks. Show you guys what you'll get when it loads. If it loads. Please load. Okay, we may have to refresh the website. All right, let's refresh. Sometimes it does this. All right, so do enable drip. So if you have a job and you don't need any of the money, oh, come on now, don't fuck up on me now. I'm trying to show you how cool you are, and now you're making me look bad. What the hell's going on? Oh my god. I don't know. This is the first time this actually happened. Will you calculate? Calculate. What the fuck? Sorry, you guys. Maybe their website just went down. Let me just check here something. Let's see. Failed to fetch. Well, failed to go fuck yourself. Let me try a different browser. Let's see. Let's try my Opera. By the way, if you don't have Opera GX, get Opera GX. It's amazing. Try one more time here. It knows. Let's try disable and then re-enable. Let's try that. I think their website went down right when I was talking about it. What the fuck, dude? No, it said failed to fetch. Son of a bitch. Why now? It's doing the same shit. I don't think my internet's down. Okay, go on other websites. Well, there may have to be a part 2 to this. I'm gonna keep trying. Failed to fetch. Let me try to remove one of these. Maybe it's. No, I think there's something wrong with the website. Well, I guess I'll just kind of explain. Oh wow, the website. What the hell's going on with their website? I can't even put in the. Huh. That's weird. Okay. Anyway, I'll just give it to you. You guys probably understand the principle. The one thing I wanted to show you, which I can't because the fucking website's down, is the annual percentage that you would gain. Your return on percentage would be around 28%. So 28% is well, there's actually two things I wanted to show you, which really sucks because we've been doing this video for so long. Fuck me. Anyway, it'd be around 28%. So remember how I showed you it was 22% for just that 4,000 initial investment of your return. If you took every single money or every single penny and did drip with it for those 3 companies, it'd be around 28% of your annual dividend income added to your portfolio every year. And I was going to show you, because you're doing drip, compounding interest, plus every single penny that you're putting back into those these stocks, it rolls very fast. I did before the website went down, I did drip for, again, just having that $450,000 and not using any of that dividend for 3 years. It came almost to $1 million. I swear to God, it was like 889,000. That's, you doubled your money practically. So again, what was it, 400 and times two, you almost doubled your money within 3 years time. You almost doubled your money just by using drip. And if you told me, guaranteed by 4 years, if you 100%, 1,000%, in 4 years time, if you told me I put $450,000 into these pretty safe, I feel these are safe stocks. I'm new to this, but looking at their history, I'm pretty sure they're not going to go anywhere. If I threw $450,000 into these three companies, and you told me that I'd get $1 million 4 years later, I would do it. I would do it. And if you need some of that money, you just have to wait a little bit longer. You may have to wait 6 years, 7 years to get $1 million. But anyway, sorry the website's not working. Let me try one more time. I did add a stock, you fucking dumbass. Whatever. Okay, website's down. Anyway, this has been a long enough video. So, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. And oh, there it goes. There it goes. Give me RYLD and then XYLD. Now, there's another video I want to do about instead of using these monthly. Motherfucker, it's not working. Okay. I know about Devo. I know about JP Morgan's ETF index fund, JEPI, QQQ, all that kind of stuff. But again, I'm using this as income. Those are more for growth stocks. That's something entirely different. That's for growth for your money over time. If you're looking for income, if you don't have a job, I'm sorry, if you have a job, you don't need the income. That's more for you. I'll get into that in another video. Anyways, this has been a long ass video. I hope you enjoyed it. Go fuck yourself. Dividend.watch. I'm just kidding. It's a really good website. The funny thing is, this website is hardly ever down. And as soon as I make a fucking YouTube video, their website's down. At least we got through 75% of it. I'd say the only thing I wanted to show you is the full reinvesting drip, and I may make another video about that. But again, what the drip showed me, and I did it this morning before I made this video or started making this video, it was 28%, and you got 6 figures income within the second year. Just it was crazy. And then almost $1 million by year 3, guaranteed year 4. And that's if you don't touch the money, leave it in there, compounding, boom, $1 million in 4 years. And again, if you have 1,000 shares, you just need to get it to. You just need the shares to get to $450 per share. 2,000, cut that in half. You just need to get to $225 per share. Now, if you only have 100 shares, you're gonna, if you only have 100 shares, I guess you're gonna need it to get to 5,000. Yeah. But for those people who are saying to the moon, $10,000, this is still maybe a little bit more conservative. Let's see how much if AMC got to $1,000, how much shares would you need? 500, right? 500, right? You'd only need 500 shares. If it got to $1,000, not even that. Sorry, 450. You would only need 450 shares. You would only need 450 shares if you expect AMC to get to $1,000. That's all you would need. And if you got $1 million and you want to do this, everything I said, double it. And with compounding interest, you could triple it. If you had $1 million, you could easily turn that $1 million into $2.5 or $3 million within 3 to 4 years with this tactic, with this financial tactic. Again, not giving financial advice. This is what I'm doing. But yeah. And the reason I kind of want to show this video is I don't want people to be held. I don't want people to be stuck holding the bag. I don't want us to be doing all this shit holding for over a year, 14, 15 months now, and they pull the rug from underneath us at just a couple $100. If you have thousands of shares and you're looking for life-changing money, dream big if you want, but I'm showing you alternate things you can do to be happy. You may not get that $1 billion right away, or $1 million right away. But if you do this over time, you can be happy. You can live a comfortable lifestyle. You don't have to get it all at once. Take half, whatever you were expecting. Even if you were to take half of that and do this or do something like this, reinvest in, and I don't care if you do properties, REITs, blue chip stocks, whatever, you could get there again. Instead of you getting that $1 million all at once, you can build up to that $1 million. And it may take a few years, but we've already waited 14 months and we haven't gotten shit. So would you rather wait and maybe get nothing, years down the road, and you get some? Would you rather wait and either get nothing or a big pot of gold for waiting a couple years, or guarantee that you get some of that money? You're not left holding the bag. Get some of that money, reinvest it, and let it build over time. I think that's a safer bet. I think more conservative. I think this is a better option. So that's what I have. Dream big if you want, but I plan on. I just need to get to 500,000. Honestly, I just need to get to 500,000, and I know what to do. I know what to do to get it to 1 million. And if I have to wait a couple years, 4 years is nothing. I've had multiple jobs where couldn't even get $100,000 saved up for working there for 4 years. So to get $1 million for 4 years to sit on my ass and play video games and let my money make money, I'll take that and not have to worry about the hedgies pulling the rug, the government, the banks, whoever the fuck is in charge, the feds, that are gonna fuck us over. If it gets to $800 and they shut this thing down and we can't sell, that's fucked, man. We're all fucked. So I'd rather be conservative and be like, okay, they're gonna allow this to go to a couple $100. If my portfolio is showing 500,000, I'm selling. I'm doing this. I may leave a couple shares just to see where it goes, but my overall portfolio is going to be gone in AMC. And that's what I'm going to do. You can call me paper-handed. I hope if you watch this video for this long, you kind of see where I'm coming from. And, hopefully somebody will, they might practice this this option. They may look into the high dividend covered call ETFs. So look it up on YouTube. I'm not the only person who talks about this stuff. There's plenty of people on YouTube. I can't remember. There's one guy who's he's like really adamant about it. I can't remember his name, but you'll see him on YouTube. If you just type in QYLD dividends, investing in dividends, you'll find him. He's all about dividends and stuff like that. There's also Reddit forums. There's the 5,000 QYLD club. I'm doing these three: QYLD, RYLD, and XYLD. And the reason why is I believe in it's safer to have diversity, not to put all your eggs in one basket. Kind of like what we did with AMC, and look how that turned out, or is turning out. It's not over yet, but it's good to diversify your portfolio. It's safer. And if you own all three of these, you pretty much have a fraction of every single company on the stock market. You have the Russell brand, you have the NASDAQ, and you have the New York stock, the S&P 500. You have all the companies that are in those factions of the stock market. And that's the nice thing about having index funds, is in case one goes down, it doesn't affect, because it's just like fractions. It's just fractions that they own of that company. You're not putting all your eggs in one basket, and then if they go down $1, you're losing thousands, tens of thousands. If one stock is down for that day, another company's stock might be up for that day, and it doesn't really fluctuate the price too much. Again, within 8 years with QYLD, it was ranging between $18 to $24 over 8 years. That type of volatility is minor compared to what AMC, these meme stocks and stuff like that, have been going through. So I feel very comfortable in their history, and I'm fairly confident in investing in these three companies. until something better comes along, this is what I'm looking into. So yeah, that's really all I got to say. This video is over an hour long, so yeah, no one will probably watch this video. I probably wasted my time. Anyway, leave a comment, which you guys probably won't. Tell me how stupid I am. Downvote me. Give me all the hate. Call me a noob investor. Whatever. That's all I get anyway. All right, I'm gonna leave before I get too depressed. And yeah. I'll be making vlogs as soon as I get my new phone. Fuck Samsung for lying about their product details. That was a very expensive phone that just got destroyed. Fucking, I'm annoyed about that. Hopefully I can sell my old phone. I've seen on eBay people can sell their old phone for parts, so I'm probably going to do that because it functions. Again, I just can't use the touchscreen. The camera's fucked. Yeah, it's just those two things. And my SIM card doesn't read. But I believe if someone were to crack it open and dry out all the components, it might work again. And it probably needs a new panel, display panel. But anyway, I'm digressing. I'm just pissed off that my phone's broken. All right, and then I'm also working on that animated video. People seem to like my Aqua Teen Hunger Force apefather video, so I'm going to be making another one. I don't know if I'm going to have apefather in it. There's another special guy who I can't stand on YouTube. I might make a video about him. I'll just give you a hint. His first name starts with a P, and his last name starts with a W. And if you've seen my videos before, you know who I'm talking about. Can't stand that fuck. And he just made a video a couple days ago, so I'm going to make a rant video about him. Again, I'm going to keep making rant videos about that fucking asshole until he sees my videos. I will keep talking smack about him. Anyway, I will see you guys later. Peace out. Aloha. Hope you guys have a good day.